if we step out of just what's happening between Russia and Ukraine and focus on the impact this is having on the rest of the world, the one big concern at this moment is because of the supply shocks to food grain systems. How real, according to you, is the prospect of famine, especially in North Africa, and what could potentially be done to try and prevent that?
I think it's a very, very serious problem. I think this is probably, we're almost seeing three crises. The first was COVID. The second is the Russian invasion of Iraq. And the third is going to be a global food crisis. Not as much a global energy crisis. We have that. But, energy is largely consumed by rich and middle income countries. They will find ways to manage. Food, what do you do when the poorest people can't get food? What do you do when, in countries in sub-Saharan Africa, even places like Pakistan or Egypt, and when the shortfalls are as great as they are? So this is going to be a massive challenge. One thought would be to try to organize a kind of global humanitarian effort to say, because the food is all lying in Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine is the world's breadbasket in many ways. I don't remember the numbers, but 8 or 10% of the entire world's calories comes from that one place. And if you could say, take the grain that is in storage in Ukraine, move it out of Odessa. The Russians are blockading Odessa right now, this port city. And, create a kind of international humanitarian shipping mission to just get the food out to feed the world. I think it would also help the global south that has been, in a kind of way sitting on the fence here to realize this is a real problem. You have to solve it. And, frankly, it's Russia that is blocking it. Ukraine would desperately like to sell its grain to the world, but it cannot because Russia will bomb all those ships. So if you could do that, it might also be a way of just beginning to get us back to, the first part you were trying to get at, which is there some diplomatic endgame. So you begin to talk just about these humanitarian corridors. Maybe you can expand that into talking about more other humanitarian corridors, perhaps even a diplomatic solution.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.